What up, everybody? Prezz in his house, and you're watching another 5-hour review. Now, we all know that 5 hours isn't enough time to experience most games in their entirety, but I'm here to sum up what you will get in the first 5 hours of a particular game to help get you started on your decision-making process. That being said, check it out. The Witcher 3 is a third-person action RPG developed by Project Red and one of my favorite games so far, and here's why. It starts out with a beautifully crafted cutscene of Yennefer trying to escape the clutches of some army. But this scene is actually Geralt of Rivia putting the pieces together as he is investigating Yennefer's whereabouts at the same location. After about a day's investigation, Geralt and Vesemir decide to take a nap. During that said nap, Geralt has a dream, or more like a nightmare to be honest, about talking with Yennefer, training with Ciri, and then the wild hunt attacking and killing what appeared to be a frozen Ciri. Geralt wakes up and explains his nightmare to Vesemir, and that's where our gameplay begins. And it seems like the rest of the story depends on your choices in the well-crafted conversation tree. It's pretty cool, and I'm glad they involved that. I like Mass Effect, and I like all the games that include conversation trees in it. That's one of my favorite things. So basically, you're on the search for Yennefer and Ciri through this world filled with inhumans, monsters, various factions, armies, etc. At least for the first 5 hours. And you will run into various wonderfully written side quests along the way. That's like a big thing for me. Those side quests were so well crafted, they kind of made me want to do them. Usually the side quests are kind of a burden to you, but this time made me just want to go play all of the side quests. Plus they all have some hidden treasures throughout the side quests and all that stuff. And you kind of need all that stuff in order to get higher level and meet the level of expectation for your next main quest. I love the way that they're well thought out, fully voice acted, engaging, and cinematic. So they aren't your usual boring side quest stories. And it also seems like some side quests have a direct effect on the world and the story plot, but I'm not sure because I'm only 5 hours in. Like I said, the story seems interesting and engaging so far. And the side quests aren't a chore to play, which isn't something you'll run into in most RPGs. Usually they're kind of a chore, with The Witcher being the exception. They added some awesome critical hit finishers to the game, although it seems like they only work on the humans. I'm not sure, but usually it only happens when I'm fighting the humans, and it hasn't happened to me yet fighting the monsters. Maybe they have their own type of finishers when you're fighting the monsters, but I haven't seen not one. The voice acting is definitely top notch. It's so good, and that's a big part of making the universe feel real and engaging. Everybody knows that. And the mass amount of content introduced to me in the beginning was overwhelming, but appreciated. I love the fact that there's so much stuff going on as soon as you start the game, and you don't know where to start as far as going to do side quests to level up and kind of grind a little, or just keep on going with these main quests. It's hard to figure out, or just explore the world in general. But you know, you can't get too far and be like fighting some stuff that's way above your level, which is kind of, you know, something you don't want to do. You don't want to run into somebody that's level 20 and you're level 5. So it's kind of controlled in that aspect. But other than that, you're free to go wherever you want. It kind of makes you feel like you can go anywhere and find something to get involved in at all times. I love the atmosphere of the Witcher's universe and how live the world seems to be. It seems like people are always doing something, kind of like Skyrim, but they did it a little better because the graphic quality and the realism, and people look like they're working at all times, and it just looks live. Pretty much everything that I've encountered so far is awesome. There's just a few minor things that I wish they would have included. I kind of wish there was a stealth mode, or kind of, you know, just a little bit of stealth action. They didn't have to go too far, but just please the stealth fans with a little bit. Everybody likes to have the option to kind of sneak up on somebody, even though a lot of people don't like stealth specific games. They still kind of like a little bit of stealth in their games, you know. I wish there was more diversity in the sword play. It seems like you'll be doing the same couple of combos throughout the whole game, even though you can mix with magic and all kinds of stuff, and I haven't gotten far enough to actually know if those are the same couple of combos. But as far as I can see in the first 5 hours, it seems like you'll be doing those same combos over and over again. Also, again, you know, I say this a lot in my review videos, the game cover has some co-op. There's definitely potential for that here. There's so many characters in this universe. I know one of them could have had partnered up with Geralt. But, you know, here they go again, just denying us the co-op. Hopefully the next one definitely has it. I don't even know if there's going to be a next one, if this is the last Witcher. But the next game that Project Red makes, hopefully they include, because they're such a good development company, and hopefully they put some co-op in their games. And also, this is another game that suffers from the common open world glitches. The horse is definitely a habitual glitch offender. He gets stuck on mountainsides, the water, and sometimes you'll call him and he'll come from like weird directions, and he'll be across the sea, and you're like, what the hell? Why would you come from that way, and why would you get stuck between these trees? And he never actually comes from a straight path like you would hope or expect him to. It's kind of weird and it's kind of annoying. And another thing, he doesn't always respond to jump commands for some reason. I'm always trying to jump over a fence, like a little small fence or something. He gets stuck on it. He even gets stuck on like small rocks. It's kind of weird and super annoying. The body armor designs I've ran into so far are complete garbage. That's just my opinion. They have weird patterns and quirky designs, so most of the time you're running around looking like a fancy jester. Hopefully later in the game I'll find more badass armor set pieces, but I don't want to give my hopes up. I'm thinking I'm gonna be seeing all these weird quirky designs again, all these weird colors, and I don't know. I want to just see some badass armor. Hopefully I run into some of that. But so far, first 5 hours, haven't seen any of that. From swordplay, crafting, and magic to armor, potions, offhand weapons, and skills, you'll find yourself trying to figure out the perfect approach for each situation, which is what a Witcher is known for, by the way. So that part of the game is definitely something you look forward to doing. You look forward to preparing for your battle, looking into the books and trying to find out what the monsters or whatever your fighting's weaknesses are. The game has very diverse combat. You have 5 unique magic signs which you can upgrade as you see fit to improve your success rate in battle. Depending on your playstyle, you can choose to craft bombs, use the crossbow or various swords, axes, etc. They also have a pretty cool mini game called Gwent. I'm not gonna lie, I can see myself spending a lot of time on that mini game. It kind of seems like it's Magic the Gathering mixed with some other mini games. I've only played it a couple of times, but it looks like something I want to get in. I want to get deeper into. Hopefully they make a separate game called Gwent for like the mobile devices or something. The missions are easy to locate and not difficult to understand. Looking at the map, you can always see what you're trying to do and find your objective points, and reading the map is really easy. You can see all the side missions, most of the side missions, and treasures and water. Everything is easy to understand. It's really simple, and it should be appreciated by a lot of newcomers. So far, preparing for combat is pretty fun. It's cool to have some reference books to the monsters where you can get your info on how they operate and their weaknesses. You will find yourself looking up every beast or monster you come across just to see how to prep for the fight. And sometimes you won't even have the book. I don't know how that works. Sometimes you will find it after you done fought the monsters already. I don't get it. I don't know. But a lot of the books I've already had before I fought the monsters. It's weird when you don't have it yet and you just have to guess how to approach the situation. But overall, combat is not perfect, but it's simple, easy to get used to, and it has a nice variety, so it won't get so boring with those same combos over and over. You can switch it up with magic and bombs that you've crafted and potions and all that other stuff. The attention to detail in this game is amazing. The character designs, the environment textures are very polished. It's one of the most polished games I've seen so far that's a vastly open world like it is. The Witcher 2 kind of broke some grounds, but not a lot of people knew about it. A lot of PC people knew, but not a lot of console gamers until it arrived on console finally. Then they were like, they still didn't see how much potential it had, because us PC guys, we definitely can crank it up as far as we want to ultra and get all the anti-aliens and all the other stuff we got going on the PC to make the game shine. I definitely recommend playing this on PC if you own one. Each town differs from the other dramatically. When it comes to the building placement, trees, all of that, you can tell there was no copy and paste anywhere in the game. And it's exactly what you would expect from the amazing Polish devs at Project Red. Those are some hardworking individuals. I know they started off doing import importing games to Poland. Then they made The Witcher 1, The Witcher 2, and they came all the way to Witcher 3. Overall, Project Red created an amazing but not perfect game. It's still one of my #1 games of the year so far already. I hope they crank out some more Witchers or they give us a new IP. But all in all, I can't wait to see what they have in store for us for 2016. So I hope you guys enjoyed another one of my 5-hour reviews. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment if you so choose. And remember, when in doubt,
Prezz.